into the equipment room.
I'll hold that for you.
Okay.
How's that sound?
We're gonna try to follow page 1 and then page 2. This is the BSS controller. We got 2 of them here. This is strictly audio. Each position here will indicate the microphone input, the computer input. This down here is the Sennheiser cordless mics. That's down here on this one. To access either one of them, you use the same 4-digit code. The code is locate 4132 locate. If you make an error, if you punch the wrong one at the wrong time, it'll come up red. This light here is dim. That's indicating that the power is off to the equipment. You push that one, push the one, and it goes bright. Power is now on the equipment. You would turn this knob here to whatever input you want to adjust the volume on. You turn this to whatever you select here. You push in on it, and then that activates your control here, which you can turn it up and down. These are all the same. The light will change here to match the light on the position that you've selected. Power can only be applied from this unit. You use the same 4-digit code if you want to access this unit, but it does not apply power. Power is only applied by this unit. So you have the same 4-digit code if you want to access either one of them. Well, that's about it on these. We'll go inside and we'll point out what this is controlling. Pretty straightforward. The 4-digit code is locate 4132 locate.
So the bottom panel again is only for your wireless microphones and your lavalier and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Okay.
What's the lavalier?
That's
Hangs on your wireless mic on the
Oh,
lapel.
lapel mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show them to you here what they are. But any other questions on this? When you punch in these 4-digit codes, don't go too fast. If you go too fast, you're going to come up with, they'll be red, and you'll have to do it again. Punch them in, you know, slowly. It won't come up now. There's a 5-minute delay on this. If you wait 5 minutes, it'll time out, and you'll have to do it all over again. So if you turn the equipment on, and somebody wants to adjust volume, if you come over here, and this is blank, you'll have to put the 4-digit code in order to adjust that particular input. There's a 5-minute timeout.
We're an outside organization, and some child might screw with it. And somebody have to be called in, do something. You just shut it down completely and start over.
If this is not lit, you can come up here and do whatever you want. and you're not messing up the equipment. This is dead. This is dead. You know, we can do whatever we want here. And also, if it's active like it would be here, you're not going to change anything unless you punch in this for the particular input that you want. Then this is in play. This will operate. But if somebody came up here and it was blank, they could do whatever they want to the knobs, you know, short of punching it with a pencil or something, you know. Any other questions on that?
Where are the speakers? Are they just up in the ceiling?
Speakers are in the ceiling. While we're out here, each TV has a remote. There's a remote dedicated to each TV. Now you can turn on or off the TVs with any remote, but you can't go any further than that unless you have the remote that is dedicated to the TV set. That they are numbered. You go number 1, 2, 3, 4. The remotes are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. If the TVs are already set up, like for bingo, you can come out here with the remote and turn them all on, and you're ready to go. If they're not set up for bingo, you have to use a remote or manually punch in the channel that you want. Bingo is AV. We'll go through that up here on the TV. Bingo is AV. That's about the only thing you need to remember. Bingo is AV. And the actual control of the TV sets is not in this description. If you come in here sometime and get a remote and you can play around with the TV set, just see what all you can do. But they're already set up for bingo, or if somebody wants to watch a channel football game, you'll have to take it off of the bingo input and put it onto the TV input.
Remote's all back in the closet.
Remotes, I'll show you where the
Okay.
remotes are.
Right.
We'll go inside here. One more thing. This equipment was originally put in the bingo office. What's in here now was originally in the bingo office. And you'll find the wiring in the bingo office above the ceiling in the back corner would be this corner of the bingo room. If you take a ceiling towel out, there's a junction box up there where they had to connect the wiring whenever they moved it to where it is now. It's been over here since 2013. And it was at that time that they upgraded it to what it is today. Before, it had a manual mixer where you had to adjust each one. This one has an automatic mixer. We're not going to get into that. I do not know how the mixer operates. So that's that's be a schooling that you would have to have. But you hook a computer up and you make your adjustments using the computer. Let's go inside here and we'll show you the equipment. If you have a problem with the controller, you can't get it to power up, you can always come up here and flip this little switch
Below it. Right there.
down to manual. You hear this equipment come up? Mike, would you punch in the code out there? Yeah. I'm not sure what circuit breaker that's on, but they ran a wire from back in the equipment room. Okay. You see, both of these lights are on. That's normal. If you come in here and you go through the procedure out here, and you don't come in here and you don't see those two lights on, you've got an issue. Either you punched in something wrong, something needs reset. You can always come in here and go down and you can get your power. Very seldom will you ever have to get behind this door here. Let's go through this stuff. Whenever you bring up the power, you're only powering this amplifier. If this amplifier fails, you have to go turn this one on. And this switch has to go down. This switch is just moving inputs and outputs out of the amplifier. But a common problem that you'll find, the system will be turned off and somebody will, this will be normal, right here, normal. The system will be turned off, but this amplifier somebody has pushed it off. So they say, well, we don't have any audio to bingo. That's a common problem. You come back here and somebody has turned this off. The procedure went fine. There have been very few problems with this equipment. It's mainly been operator error. Operator error. Video. Video comes in to this box. That box is shown on page back here on this drawing. And it says TV on the top. Video comes into there's a cable box back here. I don't know where the remote is for it.
Up top, Johnny, maybe. On one side of
Over there's another one over there. Charlie. And then there's one on top.
Yeah.
Up here. There's one.
I think it's this one here. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one. But the cable box is hidden back in here. The cable comes in, it comes in out here at the archive room. It comes across and into here. And then, as this box is shown here, it goes into this switch. Comes in through the box into this switch, and we can select cable box, which is that, or DVD. And those are really the only two positions that you'll ever use with video. We pick off this box back here, the cable box, the audio signal, and that's shown up here with the, it comes into this switch, this where we at here, this switch here. It's got three positions off, cable and DVD. I'll let it on cable.
Because that's got the radio playing.
Yeah.
What, Charlie? What's the difference between the cable box? I mean, are they both this? I mean, I understand the cable box is back here, but
Cable. This used to be an active position. Cable.
right.
Until they scrambled the signal.
Okay.
We could just pick up off the cable, and you could go to the TVs and get whatever you wanted. Then they scrambled it.
Okay.
So we only have channel 3 out of the cable box.
So that's more like an antenna than a cable, per se, like a regular antenna, kinda, like, would you say, or no? You can pick it up without the cable box, just a regular.
Well, we're on cable. We don't have a over the air
Antenna.
capability. The signal comes, like I said, years ago when we first hooked this thing up, you didn't have it
Right.
scrambled. And we could probably get a box today, you know, that you could get whatever you wanted. But it goes in, it comes into here, we pick off the audio there, and that comes up to this switch, which is shown here, this 3-way audio switch. And depending on if you have a DVD, which is right here, DVD player, it has a wire that goes from the back of it down to the switch, audio. Let's see here. Another indicator that you have signal is these lights flashing. There should be, if the signal is strong enough, you'll have a lights up here that will be flashing. This is the mixer. This is the mixer. this unit here is what is labeled switcher. That's 4 inputs. It takes the audio and the video. The highest numbered input has priority. Highest number meaning that of the 4. If you want something to have priority, you would put it on 4 input, channel 4 input. There's a little book on that here. That's in the description. That's called the Shimbu switcher. That has shown on this. You have an input right out here outside of the wall, about where Clyde sets up with these tickets. There's an input there that comes into this mixer or this switcher. This one out here at the on the outside wall of the bingo comes into this switcher. Let's see. Oh, this goes down to the switcher. This DVD player. This unit is strictly a compact disc player.
Multi-disc.
Very, very seldom used. And this is very seldom used. Because if people want to come in with their own equipment, they can hook it up outside here, outside on the wall. And we don't even use ours. Another problem that we have had, the cordless mics don't work. Well, we come in here. This is all the cordless inputs. 1 and 2 is the cordless mics. 3 and 4 are the
Telmex.
This is number 3. Each one is marked.
So you say 1 and 2 are the wireless mics, like you have in your hand there,
Right.
and 3 and 4 are the
Right.
lavaliers or the
Right.
wireless lapel microphones
Right.
for.
Right.
Okay.
This would be the receiver for number 1. This is the transmitter. This is the receiver for number 1. 2. This would be the receiver for number 3. These
Can the overran same time?
That's one thing about this system. Any place that has an input will be amplified and on the speakers. All the inputs come in and they go out on 1 amp. So if you had 4 different speakers talking at the same time, they're all going to be on the speakers.
The gun fees, do we have 2 of them?
Yep.
You have 2 of them now?
There was a problem. I don't know. It's been quite a while ago, but they said our mic isn't working. Well, I come back here and the power was off. That power, this switch up here powers these 4 units. So this has got to be on for these to work, for these cordless to work. So that's a that would be an operator error, like I say. You know, it's not an equipment problem. These two coaxes. This one, we had an antenna just like this one on here. That is normal. Plus there's an antenna on the rear of each one of these. This goes to, we ran this coax ourselves, and we took the antenna that normally was here, and it's out here on the outside of the building, on this line. This line here goes to that side of the building. So this is cordless mic 1. It will still work in here.
So if you're doing like a car show or a Halloween event, that'd be 1 would go that side, and then outdoor event that way.
Right.
That'd be the back side of that. Okay.
This controls this controls the east side of the building. We don't have a control for the west side, but probably after AV Solutions comes in here, we're probably going to have another control there, someplace here, that will control that side. Because anytime any audio going through here is going to go to those speakers. This music right now, if we turn this up, would be out here on the east side of the building.
So they're volume control?
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's what these 4. This used to be a control for the dining area. But when they put this new equipment in, the dining area is, we can still set it with the selecting out here.
Right.
But they took that away, and this is like a percentage of what's being transmitted in the dining area.
So likewise, you could then control your volume in the restrooms and the kitchen and the reception area, up or
Right.
down.
Right.
You put more music out there or whatever.
Right.
More announcements. Okay.
Right. Yeah, these are still active.
Okay.
What did I do with my paper here? This opens up. You got 2 double A's in here. If you notice, this frequency, there's a frequency displayed in here. That'll be the same as what's displayed up here. And that, you can change that. I've never gotten into that.
I was
So
gonna say we wouldn't want to though, right?
Hmm?
We wouldn't want to.
we wouldn't. Well, but they got, that's how they separate all 4 of these. They're
Right.
all 4 in the same frequency range, but they're
Yeah, they're only off by 100, or because that one says 250 and the other 650, 850, and 750.
you know,
Oh no, it is totally different.
Any questions on any of this stuff here?
Yes. Does this need to be on? If it works out there and we get the two lights back there and this light's on, because it's, do these need to be on?
This has to be up.
Okay. And it's up all the time?
It's up all the time.
Okay. Except when we walked in here, it was down. Okay.
Well, I didn't put it down.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well then, and this one should be like that? Or
No, this is normally off.
Okay.
It's like a backup
This
amplifier.
is a backup.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right there is the way it should be normally if we
This-
get
this
the
is
code in, and the yellow and green light in the back and the okay.
Right. This would be normal.
All right.
If this fails,
Then you got to go down.
then you gotta turn this one on and go down.
Ah, okay.
Now, if you turn if you turn the top one off when it fails, it won't power down everything, will it?
No, that's
Okay.
strictly
Backup.
this
No,
power.
that's the backup.
Yeah.
So we're on this amp right now.
Okay.
If we turned it off,
You're dead.
Then then it shuts everything.
but this is normal right here. That's
Right.
normal.
Okay.
That's normal.
How many times have you ever had to do manual? I mean, nothing.
I've done manual back here, manual power up. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Down here,
down here. Yeah.
I've done that once or twice, just to see if the problem was in the amp, and it wasn't. Any other questions? This, they might have music on whenever their people are coming in for bingo. And all we need to do is just come back here and turn that off.
Where's the music coming from, Charlie? Is it CD
That's
or radio?
TV.
Oh, it's on
TV.
TV. So you can
TV.
change it to different genres and stuff like that.
This is a monitor of what's on the. This is a monitor of what
Okay.
that's the music we hear.
Right.
And if we turn the TVs on out here, that's what you're going to see.
Okay. Is that multiple channels on there, or is it just that channel right now?
And we can change. You got to change it using this.
Cable. Okay. All right.
Book there.
Where's Kevin get to it?
Right here.
Yeah, there's a listing of the, and that's in the back here in this notebook.
Okay. All right, we're good. I'll put that there. All right. Oh,
Yeah. Any other questions? If you wanted to come in here and just play with the equipment, you're not going to hurt anything. You're not going to hurt anything. Just don't get to twisting controls, But to power it on and change channels or see how these things operate. See, if we go to DVD, then we'd be looking for a signal from either this DVD or if somebody had one plugged in outside here.
So you do have to switch out if they plug in out here.
You have to be DVD here.
so if you were in like the laptop for like say the annual banquet, you're in through the laptop, then you come back here and do that through the DVD and plug it into the wall.
Laptop, you can plug in the laptop back here and have that
Up on TVs.
up on the TVs.
Okay.
Let's go out here and turn on a TV and see what happens. But I can't go any further than that with number 2.
Oh. So Kevin has a control for it. There you go.
Yeah, but I'm not sure his controls.
Anything.
They're not marked? Yeah, they are.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Our first Friday, we had a problem that the bingo wasn't being seen on the TV set.
Right.
I used is what we use on our gun feet, where our
Ticket.
tickets.
So,
We project our tickets onto the TV screen, and the TVs are set on AV, the same as bingo. So the other night when we didn't have the bingo signal, I just took this back there and plugged it in to where they plug in for bingo, and we had this signal on the TV sets. So that said that either the cable coming out of the bingo machine or the bingo machine had failed. So if you have problems with not seeing a bingo, this is a good test. This is like a test signal that you can plug in back there and see if you have this signal. This is very simple. The power cord, AC power cord, goes into the top of this camera. You plug this into the bingo, the outlet marked bingo, and you'll have the signal, unless this fails. This is very, very reliable. So this is a good piece of test equipment here, if you might call it. But that problem was in the bingo equipment. The cable that comes out of the bingo and goes into the wall, there's an adapter at the bingo end of that cable that converts the bingo signal down to the video signal that we can use on the TV sets. There's an adapter in there. That adapter had a flashing red light on it. I hit the reset, the light turned green, and we had our signal. So you might keep that in mind if you are in here and you don't get a bingo signal with everything plugged in right. Check that adapter. It's the last unit in the bingo equipment before it goes out on the cable. It's the very last item. Another thing, we've had problems, and here again it was an operator problem. They plugged into the TV. There's a jack back there called TV. They put the bingo cable on the TV. Well, we didn't have any bingo signal. So there's if the bingo equipment goes out and you don't have an AV signal and you can't find what the problem is, there is a way to show on our TV sets the bingo signal. Instead of plugging into bingo back there, you plug into TV, and then you got to go around and set your TVs to channel 3. it's strictly a backup. I've only ever used it one time, and that was just to test it and make sure it worked. But it's something to keep in mind. And that is shown on the handout as a TV input on one of your drawings, back drawing. I think it's in red. Is it in red?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be an extreme emergency though. Let's see. There's equipment mounted above the ceiling. The amplifier for the bingo that distributes to all these TV sets is above the ceiling. It's about the second tile out, directly above where the wall plate is there under the cork board. It's about the second tile out. I've only ever been up there one time. I don't think I can up again. I was a little bit younger when I was up there. This has been in here since the building was constructed, which was what, 2004?
99, 2000. This was done in 2000.
2000. Well, that's been, there's a AC distribution strip up there. The audio video amplifier is up there. The unit that is displaying True Link on this TV set is up there. The True Link is a wireless device which will transmit from your computer, your laptop. There's a little antenna up here. There's this about 3-4 inches sticking down below the ceiling tile. That's the antenna for the receiver for this True Link system. I can't get my laptop to talk to the True Link receiver up there. Whenever they installed this, the installation guy had a laptop and he walked the whole way around the building here and he never lost that signal to these TV sets using that True Link. But I've never seen anybody use it. They always plug in over here and use a cable. The cable does the same thing as that did, but you could have somebody sitting out here on the table with a laptop, and they could be transmitting and appear on our TV set.
They would just need like software from TrueLink
Right.
on their computer to broadcast
Right.
from where they're sitting. Okay.
I have a floppy disk, but I can't get my computer to talk to it. There is a disk. Everything that has to do with the True Link, there's a cardboard box marked True Link with the cable and the transmitter, which is a little dongle, they call it, that plugs into the USB port on your laptop. If the video is not on these TV sets at bingo, and you are at a loss to what may have been the problem, we may have lost the amplifier, distribution amplifier, which is above the ceiling.
Charlie, would that TrueLink receiver, does that never need to be rebooted, or can you reboot it from down here, or is it just plugged in and hardwired, or what?
It's plugged in, hardwired, and it's, well, the only thing it has is an AC input.
Yeah.
Everything else is, yeah, the only thing that it's plugged into AC. That's the only input it has.
So it's just like a wireless transmitter using that TrueLink software.
Well, yeah, it's the receiver for our dongle,
Right.
and it has outputs that goes to. Does the drawing show that? I'm not sure if it has. If it drives all four sets, or if it goes to an amplifier.
Right.
That drives all
All
four
four.
sets. I'm not sure of that.
Okay. I'll try that, see if I get mine working, then we'll know.
Yeah.
Might be broke.
I think it's a software problem.
Yeah.
I really do. Any questions on any of this stuff that we've covered here tonight? If you wanna come in sometime and just run through it, and I'm available, just let me know. Glad to show you all that I know about it. There's wall plates, that are connected to the TV sets. I think they have a composite signal and an HDMI.
Those three right there, Charlie.
Yeah.
On that plate there.
Yeah. They go,
On the tail.
I'm over there, Charlie.
no, that one goes into the, switcher. That's strictly a.
That one.
Yeah,
That black one over there behind the black one.
yeah, the ones here behind this, the TV set. Yeah. Those go directly up to the TV set. The reason they did that, one of the reasons was, they thought if anybody wanted to use the dining area, like, different organizations, like I thought about one time, the taxidermists. If a group like that would wanna come in and display their handiwork, they would have TVs available that they could show their videos on. It's strictly something that was thought that, well, we're doing it, we might as well plan if somebody would wanna do something like that.
So will they go on all four TVs or just the one?
That's dedicated to that TV.
Okay,
And there's a panel of each TV.
okay, but that just goes to TV.
That goes directly up to the back of the TV set. The only one I've ever seen used is Colby at one of the awards banquets, hooked up a video player and had an HDMI hooked up to that TV back there. That's the only one I've ever seen used. That's the only wall plate I've ever seen used. Turn knobs and stuff, you know, not gonna break anything.